Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Akashic Adventures. I guess we should have started numbering these so I could tell you it's episode number, 35. Okay, that's me. Sorry. I forgot. Anyway, yes, I should have started numbering these and haven't done it. I want to welcome Viviane and Diane.
Hi, everyone.
Diane is that's sweetgrass that you're burning for us. Thank you.
Lovely, thank you.
You're welcome. I couldn't get my candle it's in this little tiny tight jar, and I didn't have matches. I only had a lighter, and it's drowning itself out and not lighting the wick. So we have these.
Hi, Dr. Ann. I want to say hi to some people who've joined us. Dr. Ann's here, Garnet, Carl Hees. Hi to Dakota Kelt. Oh, Dakota, as you can see, Wanda's with us. She's feeling very cuddly today. She spent about the last, I don't know, what time is it? She spent about the last 45 minutes sitting just like this, just under my chin. And I guess she's down.
Dr. Ann, you have to watch Next Level Soul interview with Alan W. Green, Decoding Shakespeare. It's awesome. And I was going to send you a link earlier, and then I started mowing the lawn, so I forgot.
Okay. Oh, and here's Jackie. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie. Hi, Tropical Empress. Hi, Nas. Hi, White Dragon and Carl and Sonia.
Yeah, hi, Sonia. Here's Barbara. Yes, Barbara, I'm in British Columbia, and we're very hot, too. It's going to be like, I don't know, 92 degrees or something today here. I'll tell you who all's on the questions list for right as of this moment. We have White Dragon, we have Ness, we have Heavenly Blessed Honey, and Carl Hees. That's who we have. And I think today, Diane says she watched him. Wait a second. Let me show this comment for you.
Oh, yeah. So he must have released his today also, because Grant and Green were in this decoding thing together, and it's so awesome. It really is so awesome. And what is important about it is when he showed the grid and the letters in the grid and the different colors, and I flipped, because that's what I see on the ceiling most of the time, is a square grid with letters, colors. And just when I saw that, it was, okay, that's it. Now I have to have Green's book. So, of course, I got Green's book.
Your audio is getting weird, Diana.
Pardon me?
Your audio is getting weird. Okay, that was better, but it was like the bottom of a well just a minute ago.
Well, maybe I'm not supposed to talk about that right now. Don't know.
Well, now it's clear as the bell.
Yeah.
You never know. Or my hand was on the microphone.
Oh,
that's possible.
Yeah, putting your finger on the mic would do that. Yeah. Hi, Annie Bear. And Jen, let me just go back and find your question, okay? Because I missed it.
Yes.
Hi, Diane. Hi, Annie and Garnet. Dakota.
Yes, Paul. That's how I get downloads for missions. But I mean, it's now it's connected to Shakespeare, De Beer, Dundee, the men, which can also bring us to Saint Germain for all we know, which I have to do some more deep dive in there.
Okay, Jen, I've gone back as far as I've gone back to the start of the show at 2:00, and oh wait. Oh, I just found it. 1:59.
I also
Nope,
found
Andy
Dakota,
Bear, Andy
and
Bear.
got it. Never mind.
I have Dakota's question, and I have from
Okay, Ellen wants an Akashic reading. Okay,
and I added one more question. Is from
yeah, Ellen, if you could request like a specific question, that would make it a lot easier for us because um, because when you say you want an Akashic reading, well, for my part, if the question was given to me as a reader, I'm just going to use my reader's privilege and interpret that to ask the masters, what is it they want you to know? What do they want me to show you? What do they want to show you? What
yeah,
information do they have for you right now? So it's
yes,
not going to necessarily be about a past life. It's
Mhm.
not, I mean, I don't know what it's going to be about. It could be like you're just sticking your hand in the bag and you get what you get. But that's how I choose to interpret it, and it's really hard if you don't have a specific question. Um, so I don't know who's going to get that question. Okay, but
Mhm.
that's just my thoughts on it, sharing with you. This is the oh yeah. Okay, so Garnet, of course, asked the same question.
We do have light workers question too. So we have 8 questions so far. We have room for a couple more.
I have one from Ellen and one from
Okay, we got 10 questions. Okay.
Anne, and you got Ellen's, right?
Yes. So,
Okay.
okay, we have 11. Let me just read quickly again. White Dragon, Ness, Sonia, Carl, Lightworker, Dakota, Jen, Bowles, Alan, Garnet, and I'm sorry, Dr. Ann. Okay, that was the other question. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, we have
Yeah.
11.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So questions are closed. Mods, please. Could you here? I'll type it in. So
Hi, Scott. Who else is here?
Scott here. Hi, Scott.
Mhm.
Kathy. Sorry, Wanda. Okay,
I don't have my phone here.
don't have to move, honey bunny. You don't have to move. You can stay right here as long as you want, sweetheart. Even though it's 90 degrees.
I'll be right back.
Mhm.
Okay. So we can start.
You gotta start showing up. Go. Chrissy.
You can we can start by saying the prayer
Yeah,
protection
say the
and open
prayer.
the
And
chakras.
okay.
Mhm.
We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I realize now that I should have done this before I started the prayer, but let's breathe together for a minute, okay? 3 deep breaths all the way in, hold them at the top, and then breathe out through your mouth, okay? So hold it, let it go. Last one. Okay. That just feels better to me when we do that together. And now I'll open the key. I'll use the key. We open ourselves to the light. And with this light, we open ourselves to our truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided towards our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And so this group, composed of the people who are here present, those who will join us later, and those who will watch the show later in the future, are given the truth to best serve them on their healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for them in this moment. And I'll read silently. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy field of this group to receive the records of their souls. Hi, everybody. Okay. I'm going to I'll start with this question from Ness,
Mm-hmm.
who says they are dreaming about a romantic partner coming in and getting details about height, eye color. Receive any hits about this? Some of your dreams are just dreams, is what I'm getting. Not all of your dreams are necessarily precognitive or clairvoyant, or sometimes it's just you working out your own subconscious stuff. And the masters are like, well, my guides anyway, are holding their hands up and going, not from us. Something's working itself out in your unconscious, your subconscious. I don't know. Are you guys getting anything about this? Because I could be wrong. Because it's just what I'm getting right now.
Okay.
This is I get that this is helping you discern what it is you want in a romantic partner. Think practical magic. I want one blue eye and one brown eye, and there will be a star. And he turns out to be a cop, and he has one brown eye and one blue eye. So this is you, as you're getting ready to put it out into the universe, what it is you would like to see in a partner.
Mm-hmm.
And coming to us in dreams, especially if it's repetitive, it is your desires, but helping you discern how to ask or how to put it out there for the sake of your own manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that feels right to me. This is definitely your own internal workings working.
Oh yeah, it is repetitive. She's confirming that
Okay.
it is
Yeah.
repetitive.
So
Oh, good. Okay.
yeah, write down what is it you prefer. Which one comes most commonly in these dreams? What do you see most often that is the same trait over and over? The color of eyes, the hair color, height, etc. Which one? What
Mm-hmm.
thing?
Yeah.
Keep following through.
Yeah. Thanks, Diana. And thanks,
Sure.
Ness.
Yeah, thank you.
And for Viviane, I have Heavenly Blessed Honey.
Hi, Sonia. She'd like to know if she had anything to do with Archimedes or Plato or Socrates or Aristotle. Oh, okay. I heard the sentence "brotherhood of wise men." It
I got
sounds a
the
little
same
fun.
thing. I got the same thing. I had this vision of you being in a school. You were a woman and involved in this school studying um, geometry and remember, women were revered in those days, and it was the divine feminine had equality, and it was a school of astrology. Astrology comes first. Astronomy came out of the study of astrology. So, of course, it was limited visibility because telescopes had not been invented. So it ended with Saturn.
It's interesting because they actually switched it. First, I got sisterhood, and then I got brotherhood. They said sisterhood first, and then they said
There
brotherhood
you
of
go.
wise men because it's like all this men around. But yeah, that you're part of that wisdom, that knowledge. I'll see if I can comment from.
That's so cool.
Hi, KK. KK just came in.
Hi, Gerald. Hi, Rossi. It's great to see you guys here, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Now a question for Diana. Mm-hmm.
Are we done?
Yeah, I jumped into her.
Yeah, I guess because
I'm okay. So this
no,
next question.
that was pretty much what I got. They say, sisterhood, and then they said brotherhood of wise men,
Yeah.
and to
Okay.
to describe that you are to affirm that you were part of that um, group. You're part of that.
So this question
I
is
want to
for
say,
Diana.
what is it group?
Okay. Hi, Paul. What do the records say about an incarnation I had in Japan about 1400 as a warrior monk? Did the warlord have me taken out? What was the purpose? Well, as the warrior monk, and I see you in the leather chest plate, the armor of the era was thick pieces of leather. Helmet was the same. It had that bow out. But as a monk, it was like being a crusader. It was you were out to spread the word of Buddha as well, fighting the forces of evil. You were getting too close. Who was the ruler? You were getting too close to the truth about the ruler's corruption. Buddhism is sacred, walking in a sacred manner. It is more que sera sera because people have a free will so long as they don't step on others' toes. And he, of course, as a warlord, was like Attila the Hun. That attitude. Give me all your money, take it from them, take everything they had as far as the townspeople, villagers. And you were getting very close to taking him out. But he caught wind of it. So, yes, you're right. You were taken out. There's more to this story. That goes back even farther. before the 1400s. This is you as a Viking, basically wearing the same type of armor, but a century before, or even more. It's hard to put a time on that one. It's a mixture of you as the Viking and the carryover into the next go round as the warrior monk for Buddhism. And that's all I'm getting right now. I can see the book hanging in the shelf, and it was being slipped back into the book. So do some meditation on that yourself, because you are pretty good at this too.
Thanks, Diana. That's pretty cool. Thanks for your question, Paul. That's also pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, as a Buddhist monk, I could see him because of his position as the soldier as well. He was his everyday clothing was white and not the traditional saffron and red.
yeah. Okay.
And like Japanese obi.
Mm-hmm. So who's next now? Next.
Okay, so next question is for me, and it's Carl. I think I'm going to save that one because I've been looking at it, and I'm getting way confusing information that I don't understand. So, sorry, but it's the truth. So I'm going to answer a light worker's question, and I'm going to leave your question, Carl, probably for Diana, because I think she can get a better answer than I'm getting. I'm not getting much at all. It's too confusing. A light worker wants to know about a past life with her mom that has an influence on the current lives that they have together, the current life they have together. You two have been together multiple times. I think this is probably I see the number 10, your 10th go around together. Last time you were siblings. One of you was a boy. And you have been grandparent and grandchild, and you have had the parent and child reversed. And honestly, all of your past lives have an influence on your current life, because you're progressing, right? Spiritually progressing. Your contracts are getting more, not complicated, but more in depth and more higher vibration. That's not the right way of putting it, but I'm not getting a lot. Your contracts are exploring higher vibrational levels of being. There, that's it. Helping you develop yourselves. You have important lessons to learn from each other. You've learned important lessons from each other in the past, and you are learning important lessons from each other now. I'm feeling sort of little pricklies in my side, so I'm going to guess that the relationship can be somewhat prickly sometimes. you know. Um, but there is a deep current of love and commitment underpinning all of the disagreements and the spats and the but you never listen, you know, that kind of stuff. That you just it's just human, right? That happens to in every relationship. There's this deep, deep well of love and um, love and support and commitment and yeah, between you. Um, trying to. So the influence on your current life is that you have agreed to learn lessons from each other in the past, and in this lifetime, you've agreed that there are lessons you still can learn from each other in the roles you currently play of parent and child, in the roles you've set up for yourselves as parent and child. Um, yeah, there's nothing extraordinary about this. Like there's no, it's the plotting day to day of how to be a, a loving person in this world, in this plane of existence. How to exemplify love, how to be the how to embody love in the physical world, from the high vibration to the deed. That's what we're all doing essentially. And that's what I have for you, light worker. Thanks for your question. That was an interesting kind of insight for me, and I appreciate your asking that. And thanks for being here. Um, that was very cool. Thank you.
Mhm.
Viviane,
Okay.
you're next.
Hi, Dakota. Okay, what message the Akashic Records have for you in July? What I heard, Dakota, was what would you like uh, the month of July to be for you? What would you like to accomplish? What would you like to do? Um, and then I heard it's in your hands. It's about, I guess the message that they have for you is that you can, yeah, think about what you want to manifest. And is that something specific you want to manifest in this month of July? Because they're not telling me, okay, this is going to happen or that's going to happen. Um, so, yeah, it's in your hands.
Dakota Kelt says that she's working on a short story.
Oh, okay. So it's in your hands to, yeah, it's in your hands to
literally in her hands.
Yeah, to manifest that. Yeah, because there was exactly that. And they're not going to say, okay, this or that's going to happen. So what is it that you want to accomplish in the month of July? What is it that you want to manifest? It's in your hands. So yeah, it is in your hands. So keep on writing that. Where is she? Where's the comment? Um, yeah, this is what final edits before submission. Nice. Okay, working on a short story and a novel. Wonderful.
Well, there you are.
So it's really in your hands.
So basically, in
And
your
I like
head.
Dr. Ann's comments too. Writing could lead you to companionship. Very nice.
Sorry, I missed that. What?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
The comment, yeah.
oh yeah, I see that.
Dakota. Yeah, so this is what the guides had for you. Thank you so much for your question.
Yeah, thanks, Dakota Celt. Um,
Hmm?
okay, Diana, you're doing the heavy lifting today.
It's okay. I got that message loud and clear from the crane that flew over my car. It came out so close to my car. I had to go get gas, and it was just on a lawn because they're around here all the time, the sand cranes. And
Oh, not one of the heavy lifting cranes.
well, it's a crane, right?
It's a crane. A
They
crane.
have a
Crane.
big fat body, and it's
Yeah,
heavy for them to get off the ground.
that's
So I'm
right.
telling you, he's got this huge 10-foot wingspan, and he's under trees, and he's trying to get through those trees and above my car as
Oh,
and and it was like, okay, that's a very good sign, because I knew that this was on the agenda and I needed to hurry up and get this last patch mowed, because we're supposed to get a torrential downpour and I don't want to be stuck with extra long grass when I go out to
Mm-hmm.
cut. But it was all indicative of the
yeah.
show, for
I
sure,
still,
by all
I
means.
still say you should borrow some goats for that.
Well, I've been thinking about it. I just don't know about the coyotes and the fence and how
Oh,
to
oh
go
yeah,
about all that.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So we have Carl Heath's question for you,
Okay.
Diana.
Hi, Carl. In the 80s, my big sister's fiance, Yoshio Morimoto, was like a dad to me. He was Yazuka businessman. They broke up and he was killed. Who was he in my past? What happened to him? He was fond of me. Why? I need new glasses. They're getting old. Okay, let me see. The fondness comes out of you having been family members prior. But here comes a crossover with White Dragon. And the Duzia, Lucia, whatever the name is for the monks. I believe it starts with the letter D. I can't see all the letters, but okay, this is why they set the book aside for you, White Dragon. This is a connection between you and Carl from a past life. Plain as day.
See, this is the part that was confusing me.
And
Mm-hmm.
and this, your sister's boyfriend was part of that family membership. as well. You were a younger member of the family, but the three of you were involved in this particular battle, had come together and had been in the monastery. You must have been a nephew and the firstborn of his brother's family. And then you went on to the monastery as well. Now, I can see the high temple and, all of the rituals and the prayer wheel, and you guys are spinning it together. You're walking the courtyard with all those wheels, getting ready to go and leave on this battle. So there is this big, strong connection. I'm just getting chills. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. You have many successes in spreading the word without having to go to battle. But as protectors of the village, it's the samurai. You have to protect the village. And so you go to battle. And the transmission, Carl and Paul. I hope that helps both of you. And that explains to me that
Wait.
Now I have a question for them myself. Was Paul actually the relative? But there is a third person there, so it's not clear. And since they've stepped back, and the book has been put back on the shelf for the second time today. There's a third person there. I'm not clear as to whether Paul was your relative or Paul is the third person. It keeps repeating in my head. So I'm thinking that Paul was actually your relative in that lifetime. He was your uncle. You were the firstborn of his brother's family. You went off to the monastery, and the third person is somebody else in here somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Paul had a comment about that. He says he felt a thing there on that battle. All those monks were killed because they rebelled.
Yes.
There's records of this in Japan.
Yes. Well, yeah, it's almost like The Last Samurai, though it's not Shogun, or was Shogun the last battle? I don't remember right now. Because I can see this day of battle. I can see the troops leaving the monastery, the prayer wheels, everybody walking by and spinning, all of them mounting on horse. Not everybody, some were on foot, of course. Yeah. Wow.
Wow, Diana.
I've just got chills. I'm it's still playing out. It's just still playing out. But I cannot put my finger on that, but I think Paul was actually your relative. And there's a third person.
Okay, thank you.
Wow.
That makes me sweat. Thanks for your question, Carl and Diana.
Yeah.
Thanks for that amazing.
Carl.
That was
My brain is still drooling, so I'm sorry. Yes, thank you.
I don't feel bad. Okay. Next question is for me from Jen. Her whole life she's been drawn to Black history. She says, I had a reading with Sherry and Jenny. They confirmed I am their family. I am Sherry's sister. I wondered if you could see this. Yeah, I've read with Sherry and Jenny extensively on their shared history. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm not definitely a family member. I'm not, well, if not actually like DNA sister, then absolutely adopted sister. Definitely member, like treated like a sibling and regarded as a sibling and all the rest of it. And it broke your heart. You were the younger sister. You were quite a bit younger, and you were left behind at the plantation or at the house when your older sister moved away. Now, I'm just looking at what I'm looking at. I'm not trying to tie it to anybody in particular. So I don't know if she was sold away or if she went away to be the servant in the other house, in another house in town. I can't tell if she was. I don't think she was sold because this is a family member that she's going to serve in town. Broke your heart, and you kept trying to get there, to be with her. It took a number of years, like 4 years before, because you were little when they first went away. You were little. You were like 8 years old, and not particularly useful as a servant, quote unquote. Don't shoot the messenger. So,
Come on.
So when you were 11, 12, like you're a lot taller and you're like not a little kid anymore. Yeah, they let you go to the house and they let you be with your sister again. And you were part of the whole disguise for the work they were doing on the Underground Railroad. You were part of that whole facade that they put on for people. And so you would, because people ignore kids, and so you were able to like hide places and just stand there looking like a dumb kid and hear important information and pass it on. And yeah, so that's what you were doing, Chen. I hope that helps. Thanks for the question. That's a really interesting, it was like that whole constellation of lives. That's the only one I've seen so far, that like you were talking about, Diana, with Paul and Carl. This is the only one that I have experience with. Yours is the second one I've ever heard of.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting, and it was an interesting time in history to begin with, but it's really interesting to read on that. So thanks for bringing that up, Jen. Really appreciate. Well, I mean, it tickles my history, right? So what can I say? It's really selfish on my part. And for Viviane, we have Ellen R.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Ellen.
Oh,
Uh,
wait,
I
hold
did
on for a
see.
second. She changed her question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
Um,
did see that. But go
yeah,
ahead. And,
let me bring that up, okay? I'm sorry, Ellen.
hi, Ellen. So, any reading that will give her insight on the next best step, or a message from the guides. Okay. Hi, Ellen. So, okay.
Jen Bowles, yes, you did. She said, I feel like I helped mark the path to freedom. Um, and yes, you were left at the plantation when Sherry went to the city. Yeah, that's exactly what I saw. Sorry, go ahead. I'll shut up now.
The first thing that came through was it was just a sentence, work, but it was basically like work is work. There's something about work. I know that's not much help, but that's what I'm getting back there. And then I heard if you're not happy, you can make a change. You can. It is a stepping stone, is the next thing that I hear. And then I heard self worth, know your worth. And I heard issues about boundaries and self-worth. And if you ladies picked up anything else, because I don't mean to be all confusing, but I am just repeating exactly what they're saying in that order. But yeah, the first thing that they showed was it was just like that. Okay, work is work. So this is about an issue with your work, your job. And then when I asked what would be the next step, the best next step, what advice, um, it's because of your free will. You know, if you're not happy, you can make a change. But there are issues regarding your boundaries and your worth. Know your worth, your self worth, and stand your ground.
I just want to say there's a discussion sort of going on in chat that about whether we are, and I'm saying this because we have two separate chats going on, right? And I think it's important that we I think it's important enough of a topic that it be shared. And what it's about is about our shared connection with each other. So not just the three of us who do have past life connections with each other, uh, but also with everybody who comes to watch us and people who participate in this. You guys are connected. You may not have had you may not have had any past lives with somebody else in the chat, okay? Because you may be new, you may be just starting, who knows? But I know that in this particular, oh, hi Priscilla,
Hi,
welcome.
Priscilla, and hi, Leah.
Yeah, we are family. We are part of a huge soul family. Um, we don't necessarily, oh, I'm getting chills. We don't necessarily connect with each other in terms of past lives, but we certainly do connect with each other in terms of the life in between, where we have studied together, where we have worked together, where we have assisted each other, not necessarily on the physical plane. For some of us, we've never shared a life with anybody else in this gigantic soul group. We've done our work elsewhere, but the spiritual work we are doing together. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised to find yourselves connecting intuitively with people that you like from another country that you don't have any way of knowing. Don't be surprised to be getting insights. Um, this is what happens when a family gets together, right? Uh, y'all get drunk and start swearing. No, I'm kidding. The, yeah, just so you all know, like this isn't a surprise that we are connected. Uh, this is not news to any of us. So, I mean, to me, that's a really joyful thing to share, that you have a community, that you are, uh, that you are, that you have a community that you are deeply connected to on a spiritual level. Even if you don't always get along, and even if sometimes people really annoy the heck out of you, because, guess what? We're human. It's a deep rooted kind of intuitive spiritual connection. So yeah, so I just thought I'd throw that in there because that was a good discussion that you guys were having. I'm so happy to see that happen.
I do have a little more for Ellen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ellen, after they, I know that she said that it is exactly what's happening into her new situation, and then the master suggested that when they talked about boundaries and know your worth and all that, they suggested that you journal. Um, you know, take some time alone to write down the issues there, these issues that are testing your boundaries, and uh, let it all out that way, and then start writing affirmations and things like that to strengthen your they're about your self-worth, and your worth, and your to remind yourself of that, just kind of like put it in writing. You have that energy of the writing things down, and but yeah, that's the advice. That will be your next step, that they can see that you're not happy with the work situation, but it is the whatever is happening, it's in a way is a test. um, but yeah, I hope that helped, and I'm sorry you having um, difficulties right now. Thank you for your question. And go ahead and then.
Sorry about that, Viviane. I
Yeah,
didn't
no
mean to
problem.
talk all over you.
Yeah, because
Uh,
I was still getting it doesn't come sometimes. It takes a
yeah,
little because I tend to, and actually this is a good thing for me to say too, is because like I close my eyes and I connect. I tend to this is like my way of doing when things don't come like very fast. I ask the question to the masters again mentally, and then I wait, and that's why you see me. That's why it takes me. Sorry, that's why I'm having my own conversation with them
I knew
before I can tell
I
you
was,
what it is.
I
So,
was really rude, and I should have asked. And I
so because it's like it's not like I'm not always not getting anything. It's just like I want to,
yeah,
understand it before I can verbalize it. And anyway,
been
so.
there, done that. Still do it. I still, okay, thanks. Thanks so much, Viviane, and I appreciate your patience with me. And thank you, Alan. Next for Diana, we have Garnet.
Hi, Garnet. I'd like an Akashic read this life. How should I play it out? First of all, the path you walk has bends and intersections. And when you come to them, make your choice. Whether you stay on the path or you divert to the road less traveled. Surprises await in both places. And as it turns, it's like walking the ley line. You let instinct take over. You need to do that more often. It is not rigid, it is up and down. Oh, I just got uh, a big whoosh through my whole body. It raised my body. I don't know. You're going to be hitting a higher streak. And the Westminsters are agreeing. Give it something of a 4. Something of a 4. For what? Things will turn around within the next 4 months. But remember, anticipate where the road is going. It is a constant adjustment. Life is a constant adjustment. Do not be rigid, because we always have to fine tune where we head. End of transmission. I hope that helps. So watch for things to change within the next 4 months, which what brings us to Christmas and January. And astrologically, yeah, things are going to be changing January big time. Pluto goes into Aquarius
Permanently.
Yeah. And when that happens, community is going to be much more important. Yes, anticipation, Dr. Ann, it's a form of foresight. Absolutely. So if you allow your sway and curves to take you, how do you feel about it? Don't give in to the sway. Start practicing yoga. It will help you.
I just want to make a quick comment. Thank you, Alan, for your feedback, and thank you, everyone. And if you have a chance, when you have a chance, Alan, send me an email. There's an email listed. I wrote on a chat there, but there's an email listed for my, it's vheller555 at gmail.com. Send me an email when you have a chance. It's no big deal. That was for Alan.
Thank you, Paul. He says the ladies are awesome and on fire today.
Thank you. Okay, who's next?
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you. And thanks for your question, Garnet. And thank you, Diana. Next, we have Dr. Ann for me. Hi, Dr. Ann. Nice to see you. I mean, I'm not seeing you, but you know what I mean. Thanks for being here, by the way. The YouTube channel, so you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, good, is part of what I meant to do, and what's next time consider. Do you want to say a little more about that? Okay, so you want to know if the YouTube channel is part of what you're supposed to be doing. Are you resisting it? Because I did.
I said it was a crazy idea. First time I heard that, I was like, yeah, right. I said, just like Linda's cray. It's not going to happen.
I don't want to do that. That's like work. Put my face out in front of 1,000 people who are going to look at me and go, what's that old lady talking about? And yeah, no, I didn't want to do this. She's already started it. She's just not sure if it's right or not and what the next steps are. I'm not sure if it's right or not. I'm just doing it because it seemed like the right thing to do at the time, and because I was getting unceasing nagging, okay? Like they're nags, all right? Until I mean, maybe not for everybody, but they just would not leave me alone about. I'm only just sharing my experience. I'm not even checking in with the guide. So maybe I'll just shut up about my experience and just check in. Okay, that's probably a good idea, Linda. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it seems to be a little off today. I usually can see everything in the chat, and I can't find the.
There's a big delay for me. I'm noticing.
Well, and I can't find Dakota Kelt's links, whatever it was she put in there, and I should be able to see that.
Yeah,
because I think it's something that I'd be interested in too, because with the history of
yeah, you know, sometimes you need to refresh the browser. I get that issue sometimes that when there's no movement of typing from my end in comments, that unless I refresh the page, I don't see some of the newer comments, which shouldn't happen, but it's been happening lately.
Dr. Ann, you have a light to share.
Yeah.
You have insight and knowledge that is unusual. Getting the big chills now. You have specific insight and knowledge to share that will serve humanity. Your brand of light, the light that you have is unusual. It's unique. It is very specific, and it will help humanity. Any way that you can find to share that light is a good way. Write, speak, paint, sing a song, write music. However you choose to share that specific, unique light that is yours is what is needed, is what you need to do. I'm channeling this, and I'm channeling this from, they tell me that they're your angel. But they don't have it. They didn't say a name. Oh, and now that I want a name, they're just throwing their hand. You couldn't say it anyway. Okay, fine. everybody's testy today. They're all just full of,
What's 92 degrees where you are? What do you think?
yes, exactly.
Coming to see
Yeah.
you.
I'm a little fried myself, to be honest. Yes.
They're wearing those long robes. They're hot.
So, if I might add, I just saw Carl said, I'm here catching up. But, okay, when you are in the chat, I'm looking at the phone.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be a setting key. Sometimes it's where those lines are.
Mm-hmm.
Hit on that, and it will give you opportunity to take top messages or all messages.
Yeah.
When you hit that all messages button, you should be able to get the conversation between both channels.
Really?
Yeah, for those in the chat, because you're both streaming, and so those in the chat, when you do that, you should be able to see the messages from the other channel. It works for me when I'm watching the show when it's
Okay, on my screen on a laptop, I can choose top chat or live chat. So if I choose live chat, all messages are visible. But in my feed, I have both channels open to be able to see the comments. Maybe only iPhone works differently. I don't know, or in the phone.
I don't have an iPhone, and I've got all messages, and I don't see all messages. I'm just seeing my own chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm just letting the chatters know that that's what
Okay.
works for me when I'm trying to watch two channels and I end up on two devices.
Yeah.
But somebody showed me that trick, and
okay.
Okay. Well. Okay. So, White Dragon, can you hold that until we finish with the questions, and then you can share that. You can share that with us. He's got a message from Michael. We absolutely want to hear it.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, we absolutely want that, and so if you don't mind,
wonderful. Yeah. We have one more question that is actually a very
wait a
interesting.
second, I'm not done.
Oh,
Now
no.
Dr. Ann. Yeah, we just have one more question.
Yeah.
We just keep interrupting you, right?
So no, I know, it's amazing, right? Like, I've done it to everybody else. Why shouldn't I have to eat that plate when it comes back to
Squirrel.
No.
Squirrel.
It happens. There are squirrels, bunnies,
Sorry, guys.
cats, bunnies, squirrels, all
yeah, because it's not the budgies, because they're in their cage. So yes, clearly the YouTube channel is part of what you're supposed to be doing, because I'm seeing like a loudspeaker in front of you, okay, in front of your face. There's a loudspeaker. So it's about getting it out there, and they're not really fussed with how you do it, but they're telling me that YouTube is probably the most effective way to reach the people who would be susceptible to your message. Susceptible is the wrong word. Receptive is the better word. Yes, who would be receptive to your message. YouTube is probably the best way to do it. But don't limit yourself. If you think TikTok's got a corner for you, go with TikTok. Do it all.
If you don't want to mess with the setting up of the channel and all that, and right now it can always be, as a guest, like within the community, you can also get a start that way. If you want to kind of get your feet wet.
Yeah, if you want to listen, my email's in the description. All of our emails are in the description. So email us, and I've got well, I don't have a guest this coming Thursday, the 11th. So if you want to come on my show and talk about what you want to talk about, that'll be fine. If you want to do some readings or whatever, just email me. Mm-hmm. I'm wide open to whatever anybody has to share, what anybody has to offer. So, So thanks for that question, Dr. Ann. That was interesting.
Yeah.
And the last question is for Viviane.
Yeah, it's showing that way in the beginning because I did repost to
It's okay. It worked out fine.
and I may need a little see what I get of this. It's a good question from Mary
It's a heck.
Starshine.
It's a heck of a. It's a total nerd
Yeah,
city.
so
And
I may need a collab with this one. I guess.
okay, we
So,
love this.
how do you believe our Akashic records will be altered as we embody our crystalline 12 strands DNA like bodies? Okay, let's.
What's wrong? Okay, hey, baby, sure, sweetheart. Aw. Mhm. Such a good girl. Such a good. Mary Starshine. We love nerd heads here. Okay. The weirder and nerdier, the better. Better we like it.
The first thing I heard is that the light will create new paths. Let's see, altered so we embody our crystalline. Okay.
Can I
Sure. Please do because I'm still like reading. It's a long question.
okay,
It's a
because this
great
is
question.
loud and clear. Ooh
Mhm.
blah dee, ooh blah da, life goes on, right?
Oh, okay.
Life goes on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It
it's
doesn't matter if it's it's still going to be our record. It will be our book of the dead. That's what the Akashic is. The
yeah.
Egyptians have done it. The Tibetans have done it. It is the everything that you have done, be it for good, bad, or indifferent. Every life that you have had. End of chapter, end of little book goes into the bigger file,
So they
right?
can do a little editing because it was just like I said,
Yeah,
it will create new paths. So if
right.
you
I
have
mean,
a digital file, you can insert here,
it's
insert there, right?
exactly it's a 15 string, 16 string um harmonic that we are um ascending to, eventually to be.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
The harmonics, the string theory is explained beautifully by Mikio. Um, oh, everybody calls him Mickey, that handsome. Um,
That Japanese physicist?
yes,
I know
maybe
exactly who
handsome
you mean.
man.
As soon as you said handsome, I went, "Oh yeah, I know who that is."
Yeah, him. He's the book, The String Theory, that he published. It's probably 2 years ago now, maybe two and a half. It's so easy to understand. He talks
Mm-hmm.
in normal human language that all of us who are not mathematical whizzes can certainly understand what he's talking about. We are going through this right now. We are already crystalline. Just bits and pieces of us haven't caught up with the whole information because um, we get distracted, not by mowing the lawn so much as it is, okay, now we got to go to the grocery store and step into the 3G world and behave in a way that protects us and is kind to everyone else that may not have good intentions or is caught up in the 3D rhetoric. So it is that yo-yo back and forth that is making it more difficult for us to, if you're still of the age of having to go to work, that also can interfere with how you feel and where you're headed and what you're going through in the way of change. Sorry.
Yeah, I got pretty much the same thing, that it the Akashic Records aren't going to go away or do anything like that. Like, our records are still our records, and they will contain our life experiences, our spiritual experiences, everything about us, including whatever happens to our DNA. So Dr. Ann says there's other theories, though, about the quantum. Yeah, okay. You're talking about the string theory and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, there's lots of theories about the quantum field and about quantum mechanics and about all of that. And honestly, our discussion of them makes physicists crazy.
Oh my gosh. Right.
They just froth at the mouth.
Yeah, right. And then there's quantum plants. Oh my God, don't get me started.
Yeah, exactly.
Mugwort. That's how many centuries have we been burned at the stake for mugwort, and it's still important because it's Artemisia. But so is tarragon. They're in the same family. So one of them there's like 3 varieties. I don't grow tarragon, but I grow the other 2 that are one makes absinthe. And the other one, whatever, makes a good smudge stick. I just love the aroma from it. There's so many different varieties of Artemisia. Dandelion, my dandelion salve, my comfrey salve. Those are, I'm telling you, dandelions, amazing little thing.
Okay, so
do we have Paul still in the White Dragon?
And I want to hear Paul's. I would like Paul's.
Oh, yes.
Are you going to give him a link to come in? How is it going to be?
Oh, we could do that. I hadn't thought of that. I don't think I have Paul's email.
No, you can put it, if you put it in a chat, he can come in. That's kind of what I meant. But then you have to delete it right away.
Yeah.
He comes in so he doesn't,
Okay, so Paul, if you're still here.
I don't know if that's what he wanted to do, because he wanted to tell us.
I'm going to just a second here while I get this going.
He said he can just type it. It's up to him. I just want to.
It's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you, Paul, because I've got the Control C, Control V going. So you can jump in and join us if you want to. That would be good too.
If you want to tell him to tell the story or so.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got the link. Here's the link, Paul.
He's in my channel, so
so he should see it, because it's going to.
There you go. I see it.
Okay.
So there you go. Shields up. Yeah. Phasers on stun.
I don't see it on my chat, but I'll see it in your chat. I saw it in yours. Yeah, I have to switch.
You have to.
Yeah, on my. Yeah, I does this one.
Your chat. It should.
Let's see.
Because you're my co-host. It should show.
No, it shows on YouTube. On YouTube, I don't see both chats.
Jackie just said it doesn't show on Viviane's channel. Okay, so Viviane, can you put it on your channel, please?
Sure. Okay, hold on a second.
And I will delete it off of mine.
Oh, he's actually typing. Okay.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Yeah, I know it didn't show up on Viviane's, and I'm sorry, but
yes, because with our YouTube on YouTube, I do have all live messages, but those are the messages of people who are part of my chat they're chatting here, I don't get from your channel merged into it.
Okay, so he's just going to type it. So, all right, so I'm going to put that on the screen. Allô, Pierrette, bonjour, bienvenue. She's on my chat. For all
Yes,
the,
hi, Perrette.
this is real. I sure hope that, okay, so here's the other part of it.
Oh, we can, yes, great. You got something.
Yeah,
That's so.
He said that the Earth will not be destroyed anytime in the near future. Also, that the Earth's magnetic field is strong enough to protect us. This is the. Okay. What's wrong, sweetheart? What's wrong? Okay, here's more. He also, thanks for doing this, Paul. He also reminded me that the Athena shields are strong enough to protect us just in case. Okay, so the Athena is a Pleiadian, I believe, starship that's in mothership that's in orbit around Earth, and she is a lot. If you are familiar with Dr. Gale, Athena's the ship that Dr. Gale works on, and so does Paul. And apparently the three of us as well, although I'm not consciously aware of it. And so I think it's Pleiadian. Am I wrong about that? Do you know, Diana? Oh, it's Arcturian. Okay.
Arcturian, yeah, because it comes
So,
through.
yeah. So there's no reason to fear. The Athena is an Arcturian ship, extremely powerful. And yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, we are on it. Yeah. I have no clue what I do or because I'm just not aware of it, but that's okay. No wonder I wake up tired every day. No wonder I need a 3-hour nap. So we have reassurance from Archangel Michael that the solar activity is not going to destroy civilization as we know it. We're not going to get blown up. So that's pretty darn good. Really appreciate that reassurance. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael. Yeah.
Right. That was
okay. I'll post this. He says, Diana's a warrior. Well, we knew that. Viviane's in operations. Linda's in training. In training for what? I know. I'm cooking. I'm the one who's cooking. So
I've been in I've been in triage for a while because I got injured, but things are on the mend, and that was another message that came out of the crane from today.
Oh, cool.
Oh, sorry, Gloria, I hit her. I dropped my crystal. It's a big Lemurian sword, and it hit Gloria. Poor dog.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So yeah, there were Diane G reminded me, and I hadn't put the two together, but she said that there were prophecies of a solar flash.
Yeah.
So this is a big reassurance about that, and also the Schumann frequency, which has its own rhythm and stuff, and it's been going nuts for months now. Anyway, at least we know that we have some shielding and some backup shielding, and so okay. So and White Dragon says he got injured by a particle weapon.
Yeah.
Is that what hit me? Oh, you got injured by that. I'm sorry.
He got injured by that.
Yeah, he got injured.
Well,
And Priscilla says, solar flash and 3 days of darkness. Yeah, that was the prophecy that I was referring to. So for more information, follow Dr. Gail. She talks about it frequently.
Mhm.
I am extremely ignorant about the whole thing. I think that this is probably one of our shorter shows. It's only like 125.
Yeah, but we have the healing in closing, so that counts too.
well,
And again, Diana's going to do the heavy lifting because her healings and clearings are really powerful.
yes, I will. I would also like to call in Yeshua again today, like we did
Yes.
last week.
Mhm.
If that's okay with all.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's start with the 3 deep breaths as we began this show. Yeshua deep, Yeshua free. The shroud's sacred space for all to see. A star signaled the first breath that was destined to change the outcome for man, yet evil has range. Aligned with courage as 2 worlds collide, prepared for the quickening that begins deep inside. Hidden from view under a dome, never be seen, never be shown. The wisdom passed to you through sages, claimed by wizards, and studied for ages. Please place us in a steady stream of divine white light. The white light of divine gardens and grace. Mikhail, wrap your blue bubble of protection around us that shrinks to this as we step into the healing teal green orb of Raphael that floats and shares and spreads and transfers. The divine white light, the white light of divine guidance and grace, so mote it be.
Thanks, Diana.
Thank you, Diana. That was lovely.
You're welcome.
It was lovely.
Thank you for calling on me.
I'm going to close the records, and then we're going to chat about. Whoa, we're going to chat about what we're all doing in the next week or so.
Mhm.
So I would like to close by thanking the light for the truth. I would like to close by thanking the light for the healing energy. And I would like to close by thanking the light for the guidance and compassion towards our soul's purpose. And with this, we lock the records of this group. The records are now closed. So, Diana, what are you up to?
The dream show, 9:00 Eastern tonight.
Okay.
And then
Mhm.
what is today? Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday, July the 9th.
I think when's the moon? Is the moon this
full
Friday
moon
or
is-
next week?
Yeah, the
The
full
moon is
moon.
next week. So the full moon will be on the 21st with
Yes,
Beth.
21st.
21st.
Mhm.
So I've got the rest of the week free as far as I know, unless Allie gives me a shout out for Thursday, and then I would do a mediumship with her. But at this time, not yet. So, but my brother just told me that I'm supposed to get 3 to 4 inches of rain. So I'm really glad I got the lawn mowed today. Thank you, everybody.
Yes.
And Viviane, how about you? What are you looking forward to this week?
I don't have anything scheduled for YouTube this week. Next Thursday, the 18th, I'll be with Heather. So Alchemy Indigo Jaguar. It'll be a fun time on her channel. And is it 5? Yes, 5 p.m. Eastern with Heather. And
Is
then
that?
Tuesday.
Okay.
On the 18th, as not this week, next week I'll be with Heather. But so I don't have anything coming up this week. But I have be here of course next Tuesday.
Well, this Thursday, I don't have any guests. I'm going to be reading. This is day after tomorrow, the 11th. I'm going to be reading on my own, and I'll be here next Tuesday. Later this month, I've got Pixie Dust on my channel for readings, and Jonathan Daly on the 25th. I'm really looking forward to.
Nice, that's great.
Yeah, I want to talk to him about his book that he's writing about using the cards, using tarot to read. I'm just all over that. I'm so interested in finding out what he's discovered. So that'll be the 25th. Oh man, I've gone through during the show. I have gone through my 12 ounces of water, which I don't think I've ever done before. So, and Wanda hasn't wanted to move from her head. She's had her head down my shirt just about the whole time. And
what does she think is coming?
I don't know.
That she wants to hide.
Sensing something.
I don't know. I don't know what she thinks is going on, but she sat here up with her head upside down, and half the time it's been inside my shirt. It's not right now. So I don't know what's going on. She just seems like she just really wants to be really close to me. So if either of you have any insights into what's going on in Wanda's world, please share with me. Anyway, I love you all. We're all so happy to be here with you, and so happy that you showed up and stayed and asked questions. I did.
Yes.
What? Are you okay?
This is yeah.
Go ahead.
But Taza, that means something. I can't. That I just. It's a person's name, but a shout out just came through, and I don't. For a moment, come back next week so you can ask me a question about that.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So next week we'll be here again at 5 p.m. Eastern. So I hope to see you all. Thank you so much for being here.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.